Taking you for a little test drive. We've got the hail shield on the roof right now. I'm actually really happy with how little air, turbulence, and squeaking or vibrating that I hear coming from the roof with this thing on there. What I want to do is I want to give you an idea of what this thing can handle in terms of driving. So we're going to get on this road, get her up to about 55, 60, so you can hear that there's nothing major, it's not deploying itself. I actually don't have anything down right now, or anything on the hail cage that's actually holding it down. It's just its own weight. At some point I'm probably going to put a safety mechanism on there, but for right now we're just going to go ahead and see what she can do. So I've actually had her up to 75 miles an hour and nothing, didn't move at all. So right now we're at 45, 50, and up here I'm going to pull off. I'm going to deploy so you can see how long it takes to deploy, and then drive around with it, maybe get it up to 50 with everything all deployed, and let you look at it, and then put everything back up there, see how long that takes me. All right, so we got up to about 55. I'm going to pull off here and deploy. You got your timer ready? Just turn around and this guy's, no, he's there. Don't want to turn around while he's there. That's rude. Don't be rude. Okay, here we go. Oh, nice houses. I don't live here, so that'd be nice, but I don't live here. Okay, pull up right here. And then I'm not gonna rush around the car and do like hood slides to get this thing down, but I'm gonna move around as if like there's a hail core right up here and I'm, in the heat of battle ready to deploy. Okay, ready, set, go. Got a hail shield here, doing a little video on how to deploy it. It's a hail shield for tornado chasing. Okay, so then come in here. So here's the tricky part. You gotta let this go down, and then I've actually got to reach up and take these out of the eye bolts to let them swing down. They swing down. They don't swing down to necessarily 90 degrees, but that's all right. Oh, this one stuck a little bit. There we go. And then it falls to there. So here we are deployed. And so now let's take a little drive, see what happens. How long was it? 1:16. All right, so little over a minute, not bad at all. So let's go ahead and drive this way. See how we do here. As you can see, visuals are not too bad since it's just 14 gauge. No, sorry, 16 gauge. 1 by 1 inch mesh wire. It's really not too bad. And there's a little bit of overlap with the mesh, but it's not terrible. So right now we got it at 40, 45. This is 50 miles an hour. I don't see anything basically moving at all. I mean, you can look out here. Our polycarbonate side sheets, they're not really moving. I see a little bit of wind pressure trying to push them out, but nothing major. So we'll pull up here, turn around, head back, maybe get it up to 60, see how it does. Now let's see how the police react. The police are right here. Let's see if they pull us over or not. No, cops let us go, so they must be all right with it. There we go. Doing 35 right here through the park. Nothing major. I think I'll turn around right here. We'll start heading back. Besides a couple of odd looks, I think this thing is doing pretty great on the road. Really haven't heard too much squeaking from it, whistling, no major like metal on metal banging sounds or anything that would really be bothersome if you were even driving for a long distance with this thing deployed. But I wouldn't want to drive with a long distance with this deployed. This is just for kind of like emergency situations only. I wouldn't purposefully drive through hail just to be able to deploy this thing. Like I said in my other video, the purpose of this is only to either get into a better viewing spot to see tornadoes or to get out of a very, I don't want to say dangerous spot because I don't want to get myself in very dangerous spots, but to give myself out of maybe an uncomfortable situation. The polycarbonate on the side is used not only for the hail aspect, but possibly debris aspect, but don't really expect to be driving into too much debris very regularly. All right, so here we're going to get back up onto the major roads, get it up to maybe 55, 60, see how it handles. Okay, here we go. Got the sun in our eyes. All right, this is 40. I hear some slight wind noise, just some wind buffering, but certainly nothing outrageously loud. Okay, over here on the side, this is 55 miles an hour. We're getting a little bit of wobble from this piece of polycarbonate. 55 miles an hour is giving us a little bit of wobble. There it goes, a little bit more. Still 55. Not too much though. That side looks pretty solid. And of course the front and rear look great. So, looks like 55, 60. That's where we start getting some issues. But I wouldn't want to drive this thing any faster than 45 or 50 anyway. Now, if you get an RFD gust or some kind of gust from the storm, well, I mean, there's not a lot you can do about that. I mean, that happens. But that's what those guards are for. So it doesn't fly away from the car and then come slamming back into the car. All right, now let's see how I do on putting it all back. Pull up right here. We're out of the hail. Let's see. Ready? All right. So I have to roll the window down, put these pieces back up into their eye bolts. That one wasn't too hard. This one is a little bit of a stretch, but also not bad. Back up in there. Then I've got to push the polycarbonate out and open the door. And then I just sort of rest it on the edge of the door right there. Get out. Then I can lift and push it up back on top. Then go around to the other side. Okay, how do we do? 58 seconds, not bad. And now we'll head home. And I'd say that was pretty much successful. Until next time.